Welcome to this explainer. We're going to guide you through the absolutely crucial journey of taking your raw, untested business idea and transforming it into a structured, market-ready venture. Once you've had that light bulb moment, the very first question you have to ask is this actually marketable? Because let's face it, a business is only going to thrive if there's an audience out there actually eager to buy what you're selling. So we're going to break down exactly how you analyze those audiences, build out your offering, and even expand into completely new territories.
Okay, let's jump right into the roadmap. In this explainer, we're covering surveys versus research, the market research process, mastering the marketing mix, building your marketing plan, and finally, exploring the rural market. Let's get to it. Phase 1 is validation. Surveys versus research. Because every single brilliant idea needs an audience, right? So we have to start by clarifying the exact tools you'll use to test the waters before you just dive right in.
In marketing, you're going to hear two terms thrown around constantly, and keeping them straight is super important. First, you have the market survey. This is your specific, pointed tool to capture direct feedback. It's a highly targeted investigation into what your customers want, studying their buying potential directly. On the flip side, market research is the broader, overarching process. That involves gathering and interpreting information about literally everything, past, present, and future customers, the entire industry, and the competitors you're up against. Basically, think of a market survey as a highly specific piece of your overall big-picture market research puzzle.
So why do these targeted surveys matter so much? Well, there are 5 major reasons. Number 1, they help you forecast demand and supply, using things like Salesforce opinions. Number 2, they let you develop long-term marketing plans based on hard data, not just a gut feeling. Number 3, you can figure out customer expectations using metrics like a customer satisfaction score. Fourth, they tell you exactly where to accurately launch new products so you don't end up wasting a ton of capital. And fifth, surveys grab those intricate demographic details like family income or ethnicity so you can segment your audience perfectly.
Moving on to Phase 1.5, the market research process. Now that we've covered the why behind gathering feedback, let's see how this all builds into the how by looking at the process step by step. This is the step-by-step journey of comprehensive market research. It's a 6-stage staircase. Step 1, define your exact purpose and objectives. Step 2, gather secondary data. Just make sure it isn't outdated. Step 3, collect your own primary original information that's tailored to your specific goals. Step 4, develop the actual instrument, like your survey questionnaire. Step 5, interpret and report those findings in a way that management can actually understand and use them. And finally, Step 6, put it all into action. Remember, the market is constantly changing, so this is an exciting, continuous loop.
Next up is Phase 2, formulation, mastering the marketing mix. Once your research proves that yes, a market actually exists, you need to meticulously shape what you're offering.
And that brings us to the famous 4 Ps of the marketing mix: product, price, place, and promotion. These are the 4 interconnected pillars that will define your entire business strategy. They all deeply influence each other. Get them right, and you're golden. Make the wrong decision, well, that could literally take years to recover from.
Think of these 4 Ps like an audio mixer, where you have to perfectly balance the dials. Your product obviously needs a baseline level of performance. Your price has to balance your production costs with what your audience's wallet can actually handle. Promotion is how you shout about it from the rooftops, synergizing all your advertising efforts. And place, that's all about distribution, making it incredibly easy for the consumer to just hit buy right when your promotions tell them to.
All right, Phase 3, blueprinting, building your marketing plan. You've got your market validated, your mix is formulated, so now we move from theory to action with a solid blueprint.
We are going to channel all of that preliminary research into a highly structured, actionable marketing plan. This plan is going to serve as the actual engine for your business growth, formalizing everything we've just discussed.
By systematically advancing through these 9 steps, you're entirely removing the guesswork from your daily operations. You start off by analyzing your business situation and locking in your target market. Then, you outline your internal strengths and weaknesses and establish about 6 to 8 quantifiable goals. Step 5 is where you dictate your strategy and action programs. For Step 6, you need to decide your path. Are you selling to everyday consumers, or are you B2B, like how Dell Computers uses a dedicated corporate sales force? Finally, you lock in your budgeting, implementation, and ongoing evaluation to ensure you're always hitting peak performance as you grow.
And that brings us to our final phase,
Phase 4, expansion, exploring the rural market. Because once your foundation is set, true growth often means stepping outside of saturated urban centers.
But here's the catch. Not all markets behave the same way. When you contrast urban and rural buyers, rural consumers present a totally unique dynamic. They are heavily price-sensitive and deeply traditional. Interestingly, they also rely heavily on TV and video programs and absolutely require visually identifiable products. So, taking your exact urban strategy and just dropping it into a rural setting? Yeah, that is simply not going to work. To actually succeed here, you have to aggressively adapt your marketing mix. You need to keep the product much simpler and easier to use. You absolutely must maintain affordable pricing because of that sensitivity we just talked about. Your promotion means to use interesting, highly visual communication styles. And for place, you need to guarantee that product is available right at their doorstep. It's really a masterclass in manipulating those 4 Ps for a totally new demographic.
So, now that you're armed with the complete entrepreneur's roadmap, from understanding the nuances of surveys to mastering the 4 Ps, building that rigid 9-step plan, and adapting for totally unique segments like the rural market, the only question left is how are you going to wield these tools to bring your own incredible business vision to life? Take a second. Think about your target audience today and ask yourself, what is the very first survey question you need to ask them?